Hello, PDL Wi-Fi Division viewers. Skippy back here with the Steel City Surge taking on Sabanilla Suicunes this week and their coach Osagras. We got an interesting matchup here. I'm very much looking forward to getting back into the swing of things with draft again with week 3 here. We've had a couple of close wins the past couple of weeks. We've had some really tough matchups, but nothing really speaks being a tough matchup when you have to go up against the likes of Iron Bundle, Ceruledge, Terra Septile, Terra Florges, Hydreigon, you got Okidogi on that side, Thunderous Therian, Deoxys Defense. This team is just, it has me shaking in my boots, I'm not gonna lie. I think I have a good team set up here. I'm hoping it's enough. We're gonna have to really see how this goes. So let's go ahead and get the pings started here. I don't know if my voice sounds nervous, but I am absolutely nervous here. I think I'm well prepared. We're gonna go ahead and get ready to search here. I think I'm well enough prepared with this team. My lead is always Augerpawn Hearthflame. I really just... it depends on what's brought. It really depends on what is brought from the other side of the field. What Osagras ends up deciding to go with in terms of... like a team that he wants to bring. Here we go. What do we got? What do we have? What'd you bring? Bundle, Hydreigon, Deoxys Defense, the Okidogi, the fucking Okidogi, man. I swear, that thing was a pain. That thing was a pain during mocks. I'm so glad I changed up my team a bit. There's probably going to be some hazard stack. The floor just ends up coming. No Septile, that's good. Treads. My handwriting is so all over the place right now. Okay. My lead is always Hearthflame here. We're going to go ahead and lock in real quick. My lead is always Hearthflame here. I don't even remember what the Terras were for Florges. I gotta remind myself real quick. Fairy, Ground, and Water. We do see a Treads lead. Interesting. No booster. Okay. That is really good. Treads lead. Let me think here. Treads. If it's a Treads lead, Augerpawn does a ton of damage. I could probably go straight up for an Ivy Cudgel. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go for an Ivy Cudgel right off the bat here. This is gonna hit hard. We outspeed. He's Akaberry. Okay. Get the crit. It does half. Okay. How much do we take from an Earthquake? He goes for rocks. That's fine. We have Flip Turn. Or we don't, not Flip Turn. We do have Flip Turn on Tentacruel, but we also have Rapid Spin. And we burned an Akaberry on the Treads. So this thing doesn't want to stay in. And it did take half. So it's probably... Let me just put Aka so it doesn't have a berry anymore. And it also has rocks. Do I want to Trailblaze? I think I want to Trailblaze because now then I would outspeed a Hydreigon if he wanted to switch into it. I don't think an Earthquake from an offensive... I don't think Earthquake from an Adamant... Okay, Earthquake actually does do a ton, so we're going to go for the Ivy Cudgel. The switch out of... Alright, so nothing... I don't think anything really likes taking a... Okay, Deoxys, okay. We'll get to see how much defense Deoxys has from an Ivy Cudgel. It takes about a third. Deoxys defense, if it's utility. Ivy Cudgel about a third, makes sense. I'm gonna... What does Deoxys defense get? Does it get anything that really threatens me? I think it does. I don't think it gets anything, like, too much. Deoxys defense. Does it get, like, Thunder Wave? It does. It's not Rocky Helmet. I wonder what item it is. It might be screens. I'm gonna go ahead and knock off. We might be able to get a KO with the knockoff here. We go for the knockoff. We take it down to the red. And it does have helmet. Okay, I didn't realize Ivy Cudgel didn't knock that off. And it is Thunder Wave. Okay. But we don't have to deal with Rocky Helmet Deoxys defense anymore. So, not the best. I don't know if he stays in. He might stay in and try to go for spikes. I'm gonna try to knock this thing out if I can. I don't think I... Oh, recover. He's a stall set. Okay. Well, we don't have to deal with the Rocky Helmets, so that's good. Okay. I'm gonna stay in. If he's recover Thunder Wave, he probably doesn't have screens then. I can go ahead and get set up with a couple of Trailblazes then. Iron Defense? Okay. Does he get Body Press? No. Okay. Okay, so right now he's at +2 defense. He's max defense +2. He was helmet. We're at +1 per paralyzed. We're at +1. We do outspeed it here. If he's at +2 defense, knockoff is a range. Ivy Cudgel has a good crit chance. I'm gonna go for Ivy Cudgel again. We outspeed it, and we're paralyzed. Okay, great. This is a defensive stall set with Deoxys. I might be throwing here. I am special with Bolt. Bolt against this does about half with Shadow Ball. Gambit. Ah, man. This is just a stall set. This is fine, though. I'm gonna go for another knockoff here. It's gonna do about a quarter damage or so. Plus, we could catch something on a switch in. And it is Nightshade. Okay. Do I really need Augerpawn for anything in this matchup? It's paralyzed. I'm just gonna try to do as much damage with this as possible. If I can get a crit with Ivy Cudgel, I think I do some massive damage. And of course, paralyzed again. Alright, so I am going to be losing Bingus here, which is kind of a pain, but honestly, there's not much we could really do. If we can get a crit here, that'd be great. We don't, and we get it to half, and he uses recover. Okay. So that's kind of a pain. This thing does do... It's just annoying. And we're paralyzed again, so we're going to go down to a Nightshade. Alright. Good play by Deoxys. Deoxys takes it down. That's fine. Oh, good grief. Ice Beam never got what the heck happened? I swear there was moves on that. Alright. That sucks. Okay. We're gonna have to go in with Gambit here. Motherfucker, man. I mean, it's not a huge deal, but now we don't deal with the Hydreigon as well. That's just annoying. Alright. We can go with Swords Dance here. I think we go with Sword Stance. He's going to try to paralyze us again, which is fine, I guess. I need to try to get the +6. If he gets the +6, that's also okay. I mean, Katao Cleave at even strength would do roughly a quarter. He switches. Okay, interesting. A switch on a Sword Stance is really good. He goes into Okie Dokie. Okay. Okie Dokie. If he's Choice Band or Bulk Up or anything like that, he does do damage. We definitely don't do anything here. We go into Cruel, and we can get a Rapid Spin off too. If he goes Stomping Tantrum, that's crazy. Goes Drain Punch. Perfect. We gotta show off the Liquid Ooze, baby. We gotta show off Liquid Ooze. You ain't getting anything back. And how much did that do? We went to... Alright, so there's Rocks up. He has Drain Punch. Against... Cruel. Drain Punch did... We're at 280. Okay. We can go ahead and get a Rapid Spin up if we wanted to. I'm gonna go ahead and Rapid Spin. He goes for Knockoff, okay. 280 to 165 with Knockoff. 280 to 165, so that's 115. So he's definitely not banded. I mean, we know that for sure. It's 115. That's a high roll potentially. We go for Chilling Water here. And he was faster. So that's something else to note. He is very high speed invest, so he's not bulky. He is a speed variant Okie Dokie. So, go ahead and make a note of that. Drain Punch, Knock, Speed. He is Poison Jab. Interesting. Interesting. Just keep chipping it down with Chilling Water here. I probably should have done something else, but getting Chilling Water off on stuff is good. Goes ahead and switches. What does he switch into? Because Chilling Water might do some good damage here. It goes into Bundle. Okay, so we get Chip on the Bundle. And get some decent chip on Bundle. It is not Booster Energy Bundle. That makes me think it's probably Specs. And Gambit's my only switch into it, too. I think I sack Tentacruel. Because he might be Boots, right? He doesn't get any setup. How much does the Specs Pump Bundle do? How much does Specs do to Gambit? Specs Hydro Pump is a 2-shot. How much does it do to Tentacruel? It's doing 30 to 35. Could do 131. Could also do is it could be it's a roll. I'm gonna flip turn because I don't think he does go for the freeze dry. Okay, so we lose Tentacruel. That's fine. That's fine. But if he has choice, I'll know on the Gambit switch in here. I'll go for Stone Edge. Seems like he's playing very much to what's in front of him. Gambit Stone Edge does do a lot of damage. He has his entire team left, and I haven't seen the majority of stuff yet, and I've already lost 2 Mons. I gotta think here. I don't think he wants to stay in, but I'm gonna go for the Stone Edge anyway. He's probably gonna switch into Okie Dokie. Yeah, he does switch into Hydreigon. Interesting. Okay. We hit the Stone Edge, and we do roughly a third. Okay, that's not horrible. Hydreigon, I'm pretty sure, is probably Scarf. We do a third, so it's definitely invested. How much does it do to Gliscor? Draco does do a lot of damage to Gliscor. I live a Fire Blast. I don't want to stay in though. How much does it do to Suicune? Draco does a lot to Suicune. I'm gonna stay in and I'm gonna go for another Stone Edge, I think. I kind of have to. I'm stuck right now. If it has Fire Blasts, then great, but I don't know. I don't want to stay in. I'm gonna switch into Suicune. We're gonna risk it. We're gonna risk it and hope he goes for Fire Blast on Suicune. Goes for Earth Power. That also works. 404 to 298. He gets the Spadef drop. Damn it, man. Earth Power. 404 to 298, and then gets a Spadef drop. So we're at -1. So we got 26% on an Earth Power roll. Okay. And then you got a Spadef drop. So Earth Power doesn't quite KO. I'm so pissed that we don't have Skull, or we don't have Ice Beam on this anymore. For whatever fucking reason, my Genning didn't gen Ice Beam, and I'm pissed about it. Fuck's sake. Alright, well, we get a reveal Protect here. He's definitely Scarf Hydreigon. Definitely Scarfed. I'm fumbling this so fucking hard. I'm so pissed off at myself, man. Now, Deoxys Utility Defense comes back in. Utility. Ice Beam does do, or not Ice Beam, but Scald does do a decent amount of damage. I can deal with this thing being paralyzed and not poisoned, so I'm gonna go for the Scald. That's okay. I want to get a burn on this thing. Nice. Man, if only I had Ice Beam on this fucking thing. I'm so pissed. Man, I'm so pissed. It's fine, and he's gonna lose Recover PP now too. He's already used at least 3. I'm gonna go for another Protect here. He can go for an Iron Defense only once. I'm gonna get my HP back. I can kind of stall this thing out a little bit. I have my lefties. He doesn't have an item. He's got limited recovers. I'm gonna go for another Scald here. He can go for Nightshade all he wants. He's only gonna do a fixed amount of damage. Yes, he's gonna get a couple of pieces of damage on me, but he's got limited amount of recovers left. And I can switch on a recover too. Plus, this is a bulky Suicune. I'm not gonna go for a Protect here. I'm gonna go for a Scald, expecting a recover. I'm expecting him to recover. Yep, there's the recover. So he's down to, I think he's down to 1 recover now. Or 3 recovers. He's down to like 3 recovers, I think. He's got very limited amount of recovers. And he's also got Burn Chip going for me, so that's good. I'm gonna go Protect here. He's probably gonna Nightshade. He could switch. If he does switch, that's fine. Man, fuck's sake, man. If I had Ice Beam like I wanted, I would be in so much of a better position than I am now. Fuck's sake. Alright, Thunder Wave does come out. That's fine. I want to get this thing paralyzed because I would rather have this as a para switch in. You know, why don't I do this? He wants to para me so bad. Gliscor doesn't get parried. We go into Gliscor. We go into Gliscor. Why didn't I do this sooner? I can set up on this thing. Thunder Wave, we're immune. We get our Toxic Orb off. We can go ahead and Scale Shot here so we outspeed Treads. He probably wants to go Bundle though. So I'm thinking... If he does want to go Bundle, I can still go into Gambit. Gliscor doesn't do anything really to this thing, so... I think I can go for a Scale Shot. I don't think I want to show the Scale Shot. I think I want to go straight up for an Earthquake and try to get this thing chipped a bit. Because he can't really do anything. Yep. Okay, he goes for Nightshade. That's fine. We have healing. We have more than enough healing with Poison Heal. And he is at right around... he's so close to a quarter. He's gonna have to... If I can get to +6, we're doing a lot of damage. I think I can go for a Swords Dance here. I'm gonna go for a Swords Dance, expecting a recover. If he doesn't recover, or if he switches, that's fine. He could go for Iron Defense once he sees the Earthquake, but if he doesn't recover here, he's kind of screwed. We get the SD off. We show the SD. He does go for the Nightshade. Now, he can go Hydreigon. So, we are at +2 right now. He is in range of a Scale Shot here. We go for the fucking Scale Shot. We go for the Scale Shot, expecting him to switch. He doesn't switch. That's okay, though. That's okay. Get us 3 hits. Get us 3 hits. Come on. Get us 3 hits. Fuck's sake, we hit him twice. Damn it. Son of a bitch. Alright. This is okay, though, because he dies to burn now. Suicune does get a KO. We're at +1, so he has limited options. Bundle is not plus speed. We are at -1 defense. We are at +1 speed. So we outspeed the Treads. We outspeed Hydreigon if it's not Scarf, but I think it is Scarf. The problem is, against the Hydreigon, I don't know what we do. We are at +1 speed, -1 defense, and +2 attack. He's got to be very careful here. We outspeed the Treads, so we can KO that thing with Earthquake. He goes Florges. Okay. Florges. Earthquake is a 2-shot on this thing. Groundwater Fairy. We are Spadef Invest. If it's water, if it is Terra Water, Terra Blast, then it could KO us. If it is bulk. If it's not bulk, and it's like an offensive set, it could KO us, but Earthquake could also KO. I'm gonna take the risk. We're gonna take the risk. We're going for it, Gliscor. We're going for it. What Terra is this? What Terra is it? Terra Water. Give it to me. Don't be invested. Don't be attack invested. Or be attack invested. It's a 2-shot. Terra Blast. I swear, man. I swear. We're going for it all here. Live. Damn it. Alright. This is fine, and it's lefties. It's at half HP. It's Terra Water. Now, let's see. We have Dragapult. Dragapult doesn't quite KO it. Gambit can KO this thing. I think. I'm like throwing here. I am throwing 100%. Florges 1v1 stall. It is Terra Water. Gambit does not quite 1v1 it. What about Suicune? Suicune doesn't 1v1 it. I gotta go Gambit. This is fine. It is at half HP. It could Synthesis. But I think a Sword Stance here is probably my play. I'm gonna Sword Stance. I don't think it gets Earth Power. Does it get Earth Power? Even Earth Power doesn't quite KO me if it's not any attack investment. So I'm gonna go Sword Stance. I'm gonna Sword Stance. If he Synthesises, that's fine, because then I can just 2 times Katal Cleave. We are Spadef investment. And I think at +4 Katal Cleave can very much KO this thing. Baton Pass. Okay, interesting. So I'm gonna get +2 onto something. It's probably going into Okie Dokie. Man, I am not having a great match here. I was not prepared for Terra Florges at all. I didn't see it at all in Mox. He goes into Treads. Treads was Akaberry, so it doesn't have an item. I'm at +2. +2 Sucker Punch does do a shit ton of damage here. He might go for Rocks. And an Earthquake definitely KOs me, right? Earthquake from an attack invested. Yeah, Earthquake definitely KOs me. Do I trust in the Sucker Punch? I think he wants to get up Rocks. I don't think he does want to get up Rocks in late game. I'm going to go for Sucker Punch. We're going to go for a Sucker Punch. We get the Sucker Punch. We get the KO. Gambit. Big play for Gambit. Okay. Big. We got a threat out of the way. Suicune can now sit on Okie Dokie very easily. We have a +2. He's probably going Okie Dokie. He probably has to. He goes Hydreigon instead. Hydreigon Scarf with Earth Power and not Fire Blast. Earth Power doesn't quite 2-hit KO. Stone Edge does do a ton of damage. Although I think we saw Stone Edge earlier, but we're at +2. I think we Stone Edge and go for a Sucker Punch. If he has choice Specs, I don't think he Specs at all. Even Specs doesn't 2-hit KO. So we're going to go ahead and Stone Edge. He goes for Earth Power. How much does this do? Does roughly half, so he's definitely Scarf. We hit the Stone Edge! Oh my! Gambit! Coming through! Spadef Gambit! Paying off. I'm going for the Sucker. I gotta go for the Sucker, right? If he switches, props to him. That Hydreigon is good as dead. That Hydreigon is gonna get hit by one little thing and it's gone. Okay. We're turning this around slowly. He does switch out. Okay, that's fine. This was my play anyway. He goes into the Florges. We are at +2. We are at +2 with Gambit on this Florges right now. I don't think Florges at Terra Water. It doesn't get it what I'm thinking it gets. It does have Terra Blast. Right now, Katal Cleave can KO this Florges, so we're going to go for the Katal Cleave. We haven't shown Katal Cleave yet. He doesn't know what our last move is. So we're going to go for the Katal Cleave. He does outspeed, but that's okay. We don't need to outspeed. We are Defiant as well, so if he goes for Charm or anything like that, we're set. If he goes for Synthesis, that's fine. Katal Cleave cannot miss. He does go for the Moonblast. If he gets that Spatak drop, that's fine. That's perfect. We get this KO on the Florges. Gambit already with 2 KOs. Already with 2 KOs, we do not have to worry about the Deoxys, Florges, or Treads. We have Okie Dokie, Bundle, and Hydreigon left. And I'm going to keep Gambit around because Sucker Punch just destroys 2 of those 3. Okie Dokie. I don't want this thing to get fully healed at all. So, we are going to switch into Suicune. How much does Okie Dokie do to Suicune? It is a offensive variant. It is not Scarf. It is something else. I don't know quite yet what it is. Suicune against Drain Punch. It is Poison Jab as well. Knock off. Okay, it's extra. We have extra sensory, so we can live a couple of hits here. We're gonna swap in to Suicune. We have extra sensory for this Okie Dokie. I don't think he's gonna expect it. And we can protect. If he doesn't, I really gotta hope he doesn't get a crit or poison or anything like that. Yeah, he's gotta go for the Drain Punch. He's gotta respect. We gotta respect it. He's gotta respect it. Okay. I think we're in range here. He does get the Toxic Chain off, which sucks, but that's okay. We do have our leftovers still, so we're able to live a little bit. I don't think he's expecting extra sensory. We're gonna go for it. We're gonna go for it. If he switches into Hydreigon, he's a monster. If he switches into Hydreigon, he's a monster. He goes for the knockoff. Extra sensory! Extra sensory! Yes! It does a lot of damage, but it doesn't quite KO. That's okay. I think we live. I think we can live. He's gonna have to go for Drain Punch. I'm pretty sure we can take this thing out. I'm pretty sure we can do this. I think we turned this around. Extra sensory has given us new life. Not having Ice Beam kind of screwed us a little bit, but the extra sensory, oh, very good. Drain Punch, gotta respect it. That's okay. Suicune goes down to Okie Dokie. This is okay. This is okay. Thank you, Suicune. You did a lot. Sucker Punch does not do a ton. How much does Dragapult do? Extra sensory did not do enough, so he's definitely bulk investment. In some way, shape, or form, he is bulk investment. So, I gotta respect that. I gotta respect... He's at, what, like a quarter or so? I'm gonna go into Dragapult. Dragapult Draco just obliterates it. For sure. Dragapult Draco just obliterates it. It's at, like, just over a third. We go for Draco here. We go for the Draco. He might try to sack something off. Because, I mean, we do get, like, Psychic Fangs and stuff, so... Dragapult is our key in the end game here, so we gotta play around it. We gotta play around it a bit. It's 2v3. This is gonna be a 1-0 win potentially. I played the early game very bad and was in a bad position from the beginning, but I played very well to get to this spot. He has to stay in, and I have to hit my Draco. That's what has to happen, and it's gonna happen. He switches. What's he gonna do? Is he gonna sack the bundle, or is he gonna sack Hydreigon? He sacks the Hydreigon. Okay, I got 2 chances here to hit the Draco, and I hit the Draco the first time. This is fine. If he goes back into Okie Dokie, we might just need... Because I beat the bundle. I 100% beat the bundle. I 100% beat the bundle. What does he go into? It's probably going into Okie Dokie. That would be my guess. We're at -2 right now. Against the Okie Dokie. I gotta see how much HP I'm at with Oh no. Communication interrupted. Hi, PDL viewers. Welcome back. This is the continuation of Week 3. Unfortunately, we had some technical difficulties with the disconnect from, not sure exactly. Osagras and I had a conversation afterwards. We agreed to try to get the game as close as possible back to where it was before the disconnect, and this is what we have here. He went into Iron Bundle right before the disconnect happened, and we're going to continue the game out from here. So, I think what I was going to do here is I was going to switch into Stan. We're going to go ahead and switch into Stan. Let him know we're all good. We switch into Gambit here on the potential Freeze Dry or Ice Beam. This shouldn't KO. We're not going to use any timer either. This is going to just finish up the match from Week 3. So it's been a little bit longer than we would have liked, but it is what it is. Switching to Gambit. Ice Beam, 17%, perfect. Okay, now I believe I go for a Stone Edge here. And the fact that that was 17% makes me think he is not spexed. He might be scarfed based off of that damage. So I'm going to go for Stone Edge here. He switches to Okie Dokie. This works. Okie Dokie takes it down to 14. He does have Drain Punch. Now, the question is, does he knock off or does he Drain Punch? I think he goes for Drain Punch. I think he goes straight for what's in front of him. So we're going to make the aggressive switch. We're going into Dragapult. He does go for the knockoff. Yeah. But we lived. Okay, we lived. And I do not believe, if I open up another page here, I do not believe Okie Dokie gets Sucker Punch. What a play by my opponent here. That is not what I meant to do. No. I want to go to Okie Dokie. He does not get Sucker Punch. So, the question is here, does Thunderbolt KO against an Assault Vest? Because I'm pretty sure he's Assault Vest. Thunderbolt does not KO. So, I am inclined to Shadow Ball here. This is also some SPDF investment. I'm not inclined to Thunderbolt right now. I am very inclined to Shadow Ball. Because it doesn't miss, and it should KO Assault Vest, Adamant, Okie Dokie. I'm going to go for the Shadow Ball. We do get the KO onto Okie Dokie. All right. Now, the question. Do we outspeed Bundle? And Scarf! And we KO'd it! Oh, my! Oh, damn. GG, Osagras. Oh my gosh, I should have lost that. I honestly should have lost that. GG's to Osagras. Thank you for looking to finish out the match. Very much needed to get that match finished up. But what a prediction on the knockoff. Not getting the Toxic Chain, not getting a crit or anything. Honestly, and I agree, good battle. Most fun for me so far. That's awesome to hear, Osagras. Love to hear that. At least until the comm error. Yeah, at least until the comm error. Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Well, I was not expecting Hydro Pump, especially on Scarf. Not expecting the knockoff to show up. But hey, GG's. GG's. Great game. Congrats. I hope to see you again in playoffs, Osagras. Great game. Great person, honestly. Looking forward to seeing you again in playoffs. GG's. And we'll see you guys all next week. Peace.